guys, so Stefan Baron, and we're back here with another intermittent fasting video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the last one, but this one is going to be a little bit more specified. So people, I think you should listen up. So we're going to cover chewing gum. Can you do it? Can't you do it? Why do you get hungry? What causes stomach pain and how to avoid it? An electrolyte recovery drink that will help you push through your fast and ultimately cause your body to flush water retention and replenish energy stores and alkaline the body in the process. Then from there, we're going to tap into human growth hormone secretion, what gets you going in the morning, and then after that, this is very important, this is for the girls, we're going to talk about women and fasting and how to best effectively implement it into your lifestyle. Following this, we're going to tap on weight training and cardiovascular training, or high intensity training in other words, while fasted, and how beneficial it is to do separate ones at different time intervals and the best times to do it. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. The following one after this, we're going to tap into what foods you should break your fast with, and ultimately the best diet that's proven by Dr. Gunra to cause and heal IBS symptoms. When I say cause, he intentionally adds specific lectins into your body to fix it and then to heal IBS or irritable bowel problems. And you'll be surprised, I guarantee you everybody probably has an irritable bowel and they don't even know about it. Because of the modern diet and the research I've uncovered, I've realized why people are so sick. Regardless of fasting and all these homeopathic techniques, it comes down to what you're putting into your body. So I hope you guys stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be coming up, and this video is really crucial because I'm not going to be able to do it in one. It's going to be probably a 4 or 5 video series, and that's going to be covering what causes diseases, and nearly every disease is linked to mucus and IBS, and it's really shocking when you uncover this stuff. I mean, when I looked at the scientific journals and studies, I was absolutely blown away. I never ever thought of such a thing being able to be possible, and it's really interesting. So I'm just here trying to help you guys out live a better and more productive life without spending money and worrying about getting cancer, because that's what we all kind of want to do, right? Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, cool guys, so first topic. Can you have chewing gum while fasting? And this is a very big no-no, purely because it's going to keep you out of ketosis. It's going to cause a digestive response in the body, triggering enzymes from the brain and saliva, and you could potentially harm your stomach lining. You're going to feel fatigued, you're going to break down muscle, and ultimately you're not going to feel that good and not have the benefits of the fast. You're pretty much just snacking on sugar the whole day and calling it fasting. So let's not do that, okay? So sugar and chewing gum, a big no-no. Basically anything that spikes insulin or involves digestion is not allowed, okay? When we talk about what you are allowed during fasting, it's stuff that's 0 calorie. And I know a lot of you guys might be like, well, my basic chain amino acids and pre-workout drinks say 0 calories. I guarantee you that those break your fast, okay? The preservatives, the flavorants, it all has a negative effect on the body, and to be honest, you shouldn't be using it, because prior in my life, I used to have to depend on those to basically get up in the morning and exercise. I'm going to do a supplement video later on covering basic chain amino acids, pre-workouts, and modern day supplements, and what they do on the human body and why you should avoid them, and how powerful the human body can be if you implement the right strategies to getting your hormone production and recycling and energy restoration at an optimal level. We want homeostasis, not to fight it. Hey guys, okay cool, so next topic is, why do I get hungry? Okay, so this is due to a lot of reasons. Firstly, what triggers hunger is a hormone called ghrelin. And the reason it's triggered so often is purely because since you were a little kid, you were fed the lie that you need 3 proper meals a day to keep you going. Sometimes 5 to 8 depending on athletic or bodybuilder level. And the problem with this is that you keep your insulin levels up and your metabolism up, and you essentially never go into ketosis, when you are healing and repairing the body and giving it some time to catch back up with all the strain and stress you put on it. And with ghrelin is generally secreted breakfast, lunch and dinner. This hunger hormone normally works coincided with your blood sugar. And generally insulin is also a large problem in making you hungry. If you have very bad blood sugar levels, you're going to find yourself very snackish and wanting to eat the whole day, but you get full after eating a very little amount. This is often a very common case with diabetics. They can eat about a yay big portion of food, where I can eat about like 6 plates of this and I don't get full. And this is largely due to blood sugar and as well what I'm eating. And the next video we're going to be covering a lot about what we're going to be eating in order to restore our body to its optimum homeostasis form and cure diseases, okay? So backtrack now back to your glycine index. So your glycine index is part of your insulin. So not necessarily part of your insulin, but it works coincidentally with insulin. So whenever you eat something high in carbohydrate or high in sugar, your glycine index flies up. When this glycine index spikes high, you become ravenously hungry, and it tends to drop straight afterwards and you feel fatigued. Best example is, how do you feel after having a pizza and a beer after a day with the boys? Not that great. I tend to try and sleep afterwards, and this is largely due to this. So what causes stomach pain? Well, stomach pain is essentially when your stomach starts to contract and shrink. There's lots of benefits with this, and some people intentionally do shrinking of the stomach and compression of the stomach through stomach vacuuming in order to push plaque through the intestines and basically get it excreted. And stomach pain also has to do with your stomach lining shedding. So a good way to keep your body not in that hungry, starving, sore stomach mode is basically to drink quite a bit of water. And I recommend you do a water calculation, but optimally I drink roughly 3 liters of water a day. But you might say, well, hey, 3 liters of water a day, am I not going to flush minerals and electrolytes and deprive myself and basically put my kidneys under strain? Yes, you're going to. So it's very important you squeeze in a mineral electrolyte drink at roughly 16 to 18 hours of your fast. And if you stop eating at 7 at night and you wake up 7 in the morning, it's already 12 hours done. So you just do the math, you're gonna probably end up eating around 11, 12 o'clock. So, taking a mineral electrolyte recovery drink. This mineral electrolyte recovery drink, by the way, I'm gonna put a photo up right now. It consists of apple cider vinegar, creme of tartar, lime, and Himalayan pink salt. These 4 are basically powerhouses in the natural world. They increase endurance, apple cider vinegar specifically, reduce muscle fatigue and burning, apple cider vinegar again. Himalayan pink salts consist of 84 essential minerals. Don't you dare touch normal sodium that you find in restaurants or even sea salt. The problem with these is normally the sodium ones you get in restaurants are absolute rubbish and bad for you, and the ones that you get from the ocean, like the sea salts, rock core salts, contain microplastic, which causes an estrogen increase in the body and ultimately will make you put on weight and even mess up your hormones. So we don't want that to happen. Right, so I hope this basically covered quite a bit of why do I get hungry, and we're going to jump over into the next video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. The topic is... Okay, cool guys, so human growth hormone. So this is probably one of the most important parts of intermittent fasting, and it's probably one of the most interesting as well. See, human growth hormone can rise up to 2,000% when combined with exercise at a 24-hour fast. Now bear in mind, when you have it secreted around 4 a.m. in the morning, it's roughly a 200% secretion. So that says the whole day your human growth hormone levels rise. And remember, human growth hormone is essentially the most potent anabolic hormone. It increases muscle size, endurance, overall happiness, and you don't age as quickly. So when you reach about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I hope it's around 4, specifically if you haven't been eating up late and night snacking and you stop eating around 7 o'clock, you're going to have quite a good kick at around 4 o'clock in the morning. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're still sleeping, but your human growth hormone is going to get secreted. And this is normally when you go in your dreaming phase, and you probably remember these dreams the most. How human growth hormone does this is it releases glycogen from the liver and cortisol. The reason why it does cortisol as we know is a stress hormone. But imagine after being in a deep slumber for a couple hours, how are you going to wake your body up? The most efficient way is a little kick of that stress hormone. So why does your body secrete human growth hormone at 4 a.m.? Well, this is your dawn phenomenon. Well, that's what it's known as. Dawn phenomenon is essentially that. Glucagon sends a message to your liver telling your liver to release glycogen into the blood for energy. And when it does this, you essentially get your body going. And this is what your body ends up using for energy the whole day. It tells your liver to keep stimulating glycogen, and you end up burning your glycogen stores in your liver. That's why fasting is essentially so good at helping your liver recover, because it ends up burning off a lot of that stored energy and also deprives cells of of the liquid in their vacuoles that normally contain toxins, normally from your unhealthy eating habits or the weekend of drinking. So it's very effective to help the liver reduce inflammation and recover. If you're struggling from a very swollen gut, chances are you have a very inflamed liver. So I recommend a fast. So let's quickly tap into something here. When we fasted, as I said, you're going to be like, well, what do you mean it breaks down energy in your liver? So when you eat something, your digestion starts in your mouth. your body starts to release insulin through the pancreas, your digestive hormones and enzymes start building up in your mouth and in your stomach, and basically your body gets prepped to digest food. So as I explained this, your body commits 60% of its energy to breaking down food. So your body is going to be basically functioning on 40%. But when you fasted, you're functioning at roughly 100%. So instead of digesting food, your body's recycling its own energy, repairing itself, and ultimately has a lot more endurance and power output, specifically when your glycogen stores in your muscles have not been depleted. And that's why resistance training in the early morning periods of a fast is so effective. And then what you do afterwards is you purely just push the fast and you do a little bit of cardio in the afternoon to flush whatever hydrogen is built up in those muscles, and you essentially are in top form. But we're going to go into depth detail with exercising in this video, so stay tuned. Intermittent fasting is very well known for working on your hunger, your blood sugar, your insulin, and your ghrelin. These are all your fat storing hormones. And what it does is essentially converts itself to leucine as its energy transport vessel instead of insulin. And there's a lot of benefits to this. You have an improved cognitive function because ketones essentially are the fuel for the brain. And that's why, I don't know if you've had a little dab of MCT oil, which is pure ketones from coconut oil, it goes straight to the brain and you have a high. It's amazing. Another thing is that it increases dopamine production in the brain. So you're essentially a happier person, which is very, very good, right? And then also, your body is able to produce more testosterone as well. And this is largely due to the human growth hormone increase and the metabolism of fat, and increases your lean body mass resting metabolic rate. So you end up burning fat faster. People used to think that not eating put your resting metabolic rate lower, and this is the direct opposite. Studies have shown that after a prolonged fast, your resting metabolic rate can triple in basically energy production. So your body will switch over from burning food that you've eaten to burning fat that's stored underneath your skin, which is very, very beneficial. So the next topic we're going to speak about is how females cope with fasting and what's the best recommendation for them, because I've had a couple girls contact me and they want to know, and it's very dangerous, but it can be very effective. So let's quickly listen up. Okay, so let's quickly talk about women and intermittent fasting. So women are more sensitive to intermittent fasting. This is due to the testosterone increase and potentially also the human growth hormone increase. But you have a hormone, kisapeptin, that is very sensitive to intermittent fasting. And if this hormone is thrown out of whack, it works negatively with progesterone and might result in irregular periods and unbalanced hormones. So what I best recommend for girls that are first starting is to do 2 non-consecutive day fasts a week. So for example, a Monday and a Friday. And this will generally not have any ill effect, but stick to your normal eating patterns on the other days. So when I say a fast, I'm talking about a full 24-hour day fast with exercise in the morning and your mineral electrolyte recovery drink. If you stick to this, you're going to be fine. You're going to be a-okay. And later on, you're going to probably build up a better tolerance to intermittent fasting, and you'll end up being able to fast more. Because essentially in the beginning, what the female body does is it has a protective mechanism that in nature it thinks that you're under stress. So it says you're not going to be able to reproduce and you're not going to want to have kids. But if you do it gradually, your body starts to understand that it's normal and will basically utilize it as a better result of energy processes. So basically, girls take a little bit longer to adjust to the protocol. Don't shock your bodies too much. Don't do too much heavy, high weightlifting, specifically when you're fasting on your fasting days, because you're going to ultimately stress your body too much and you're going to put your cortisol through the roof. So girls out there, just be a little bit more conscientious with this regard, but you'll ultimately be able to utilize it just as well as we do as men. And you're going to see a human growth hormone and testosterone increase up to 1,300%. And don't think, hey, I'm going to build huge muscles now because I'm fasting. Au contraire, you're going to tone your muscles down and you're going to build lean, toned, lacquer looking muscles, okay? You want that dream summer body? Stop doing cardio, start doing a little bit of weights, and start fasting, okay? That's my trick tip to you girls. And the next topic, we're going to cover training types and intervals.